Hello my dear friends, welcome to Toppscholars. Today we'll be discussing about strength of acids and bases solution. So now friends, what do we mean by acids? Yes, all the acids, they have similar chemical properties. That is, acids on reacting with metal results in the liberation of hydrogen gas. So remember, all metals on reacting with acid result in the liberation of hydrogen gas, right? Now, if we talk about acidic solutions, right? Acidic solutions are good conductors of electricity. That is, they allow electric current to flow through them. This is because acids produce H plus ions, and these H plus ions are the ones which are responsible for the conduction of electric current through the acidic solutions, right? These H plus ions that are produced by acids are the ones which are responsible for the acidic properties of acids, right? So as you can see over here, I have an acid, hydrogen chloride, that is HCl, right? Now, if I take hydrogen chloride and dissolve it in water, what happens is hydrogen chloride on dissolving in water dissociates, it splits up into ions, that is H plus ion and Cl minus ion, right? So here we can see acids, they produce H plus ions, and these H plus ions are the ones which are responsible for the acidic properties, right? And this is the reason why acidic solutions can conduct electric current. Now let's discuss about acids in water. Now friends, if I take an acid and I dissolve it in water, what happens is the acid undergoes dissociation, that is, it splits up into ions, resulting in the formation of H plus ions, right? So acids on dissolving in water dissociate to give me H plus ions, right? For example, over here you can see HCl, hydrochloric acid, on dissolving in water, it dissociates. It breaks up into ions, right? So what I get is hydrogen ion and chloride ion, right? So here you can see acids on dissolving in water dissociate to give H plus ions, right? And these H plus ions are responsible for the acidic properties. Now friends, these H plus ions, they cannot exist independently, right? So these H plus ions, they combine with water molecules, resulting in the formation of hydronium ion, that is H3O plus. Now let's discuss about bases in water. Now, if I take a base and I dissolve it in water, on dissolving in water, it undergoes dissociation, that is, it splits up, it breaks up into ions. So what I get is hydroxide ions in the solution, right? So bases are substances which on dissolving in water dissociate to give you hydroxide ions. For example, over here you can see I have magnesium hydroxide, which is a base, right? So when I dissolve magnesium hydroxide in water, what happens is it undergoes dissociation. So what I get is I get magnesium ions and hydroxide ions, right? Now friends, there are some bases which are soluble in water. These bases which are soluble in water, they are called as alkalis. So what are alkalis? Alkalis are bases which are soluble in water. Now, if we talk about the properties of bases, bases are generally soapy to touch. They are quite bitter, right? If I talk about bitter gourd is quite bitter, right? That is why you like it so much, right? No, okay. Bitter gourd is quite bitter, right? Which means that bitter gourd contains a base, right? So bases are the ones which actually give a bitter taste, right? Also, these bases are quite corrosive, right? Now, if we talk about the solubility of bases, all the bases are not soluble in water, right? We said that the bases which are soluble in water, they are called as alkalis. So, just now we said that all bases, they are not soluble in water, which means that all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Exactly. Now, let's discuss about something called as neutralization reaction. A neutralization reaction is simply a reaction wherein an acid reacts with a base to give you salt and water, right? So, neutralization reaction is a reaction wherein acid plus base gives you salt plus water. So, if an acid reacts with a base, you get two products, and that is salt and water. For example, over here you can see, I have an acid and we know acid contains H plus ion, right? And we have a base. And we know that bases are the ones which give you OH minus ion, hydroxide ions, right? So now what happens is the H plus of the acid and the OH minus of the base, they combine to give you water, that is H2O, right? Whereas the remaining radicals, they combine to give you a salt, right? So whenever an acid reacts with a base, we get two products, that is salt and water. And this reaction between an acid and a base is called as the neutralization reaction. To learn more about this topic, download Toppscholars app.